Hey everyone, I'm so excited to continue to dive into the book of Colossians and share what I'm learning, what I think the Lord has been teaching me as I'm reading through this. This is just the second video in this small series of walking through Colossians, and if you missed the first one, please go back and listen to that. But we are in Colossians chapter 1. And the verses that I'm looking at today are verses 9 through 12. And I'll go ahead and read them. And if you remember, leading up to this, Paul was saying that he thanked God for the church at Colossae. And he also brought up a man named Epaphras, and he talked about Epaphras, and we talked about that in the last video. But starting in verse 9, he says this: "And so, from the day we heard, we have not ceased to pray for you, asking that you may be filled with the knowledge of his will in all spiritual wisdom and understanding, so as to walk in a manner worthy of the Lord, fully pleasing to him, bearing fruit in every good work, and increasing in the knowledge of God, being strengthened with all power according to his glorious might, for all endurance and patience with joy, giving thanks to the Father who has qualified you to share in the inheritance of the saints in light." When I was thinking about a title for this video, for this passage, I wrote, "Not ceasing to pray for you." When I read this passage, I just love how Paul and those with him, they did not cease to pray for the church. And specifically here, they didn't cease to pray for the church at Colossae. And when I read this, and I had to read it a couple times, but I feel like his prayer is maybe way bigger than the types of prayers that I typically pray for people. I think it's most of my prayers when I'm praying for someone else are focused on a specific topic or a specific prayer request, which is good. We need to do that. We need to pray for specific things, absolutely. A job, a health issue, whatever a specific thing is. But look here what Paul is praying for when he's talking and praying about this church. He says that he's asking that you may be filled with the knowledge of his will, his being God's will, with the knowledge of God's will and all spiritual wisdom and understanding, so as to walk in a manner worthy of the Lord. I don't know that I've ever prayed a prayer like this for someone. And when I read this passage, it really hit me how I need to have a heart of genuine love for my brothers and sisters in Christ. And I even think about the church that I'm in right now, that I attend right now. And this passage is going to be something that I hope to implement as a regular prayer that I have. Because yes, I want, my heart should be that prayer requests are answered and that there's movement in people's lives as it relates to a specific thing. But holistically, looking at the church as a whole, wouldn't it be great if we were filled with the knowledge of God's will in our life and that we would walk in a way worthy of God? So in reading this passage, it just reminded me, you know what? I need to be in deeper prayer for my brothers and sisters in Christ. And I hope that this passage encourages you to do the same. And yeah, that's about it. So thanks for listening to me as I just share what I learned from this passage, and look forward to continuing to walk through the book of Colossians here with you each day.